So on Leitheoireacht, which is reading, so a model of Leitheoireacht, do you like to read? So Kaimera, I have to say, even on Leitheoireacht, I love to read. Currently, Fuisher, it makes me feel relaxed. Agus Mohi Marhumus, I feel also relaxed or relieved. Agus Agus Ligmashki Glaive, and I relax reading. Ní bhí mór am a go malaris far no my leave me. I don't much time to read my favorite books this year. Marianne screwed it because of the exams. It's in a lair I'll leave going for Lahar non Lara school. The books I'm reading at the moment are the school books. Neil ain ga in our quarter and Lara na Hilla. You don't really need to visit the library anymore. Marielle will ga Clara fall early because every book is available online. Governors have basically Reeve Lara ebook a hook to Urhu, which they're called. Honey Fuse over and technology could be news. Technology's improved the last number of years. August I'm a Lara school fall early and my school books are available online now. It's Doug Road Jarfak. This is positive. Mar ní bhí my school bag isn't heavy in the lane to show. Tá méid app in our fall and there's so many apps available now. It's fair that Lara classical so you can download classical books, Libernu Kappa with the press of a push button. Payscale is on Lara is Farlum read. My favourite book ever is whatever Lara name the type of book. We'll have a look at them in a second. It's all own. Tá Lara Bonaher it's based on is A or C, whoever it is, name either for a boy or for a girl. Uja on Lara that the author of the book, this particular book. Lara Corioch August Spraggleton, it's an exhilarating and exciting book. Kai May Alvo, I have to say Gurvohig May or Mahavin so all I felt chilled out or relaxed reading it. It's only Costas core of Visa scale, there's many twists and turns in the story. Usclean and Lara show Kate on then it opens up the senses of a person. Newest Shin as well as that's on there. Just Griefer, the book is well written. I was hatting short on New Gomorrah and I liked the reader's direction. In Haindishin as well as that's on a character Solar be over the characters in the book are lively, August Tarnchuk appealing. Dane on Tudor start forward in the character. The author does a massive effort in developing the characters. Todd Nyar Tammy Lebrat, there's a lot of themes to be noticed Solar in the book. I was gone in hours without any doubt. Frittle simply of you the language is easy. If we got couple of code different, every chapter was so different. We got we got couple of code different. Every chapter was different, similar but interesting economically at the same time. Visha Jacker, it was difficult. Got Lathnock or Horse, it was hard to predict a Hor. Every page Komotlishin as well as that mate. I thought the book was spatial, interesting, August Harbour and outstanding. Or who's there from the start to the end. Hadn't plot on Lara. I liked the hadn't plot on Lara Gomorlam. I liked the plot of the book. Marielle Griff on Scrivener because the writing was harmful about outstanding. Is Scrivener Humasok ARE, whoever it is a powerful writer. Ton scale Sitcha, the story is situated in I was afraid Ryan Dini ununu less scales and a lot of people can relate to the stories of the book. It's in words a facty if we learn the best thing about the book is Gulje cost, not Gulje cost, it's not complicated air bit at all. August on scale land. It's easy to follow the events of the story. Vug on Lara Gradum. It won a prize or awards on there. It's fair for the best book Savine whatever year. Mentioned the year. Dario of course. Visha Tail took on ours. It was deserved without doubt. Full cheek on Lara Cooper me or Blinahin. The book was published a few months or a few years ago. It's on Lara Cole Rock, who was so successful. Gur Astria, Gutchanga Eggswil is translated to different language. It's a animal on Fulchahorn, and the name of the publisher was whoever it is. August Honigan K Lagan de Amoxavine, and the first version came out in the year. Aaron Umland overall ta whatever is Gawcade, Latin, there's 200 pages, Aaron Fod Solara. Ta Chanis August Skepmin the Sunru. You notice there's tension and excitement in the book. August Jerhan Gur Leifen Arisha I'd say it, I read it again in the future. Aaron Tivel, on the other hand, Vartic and Cork Lauer, the book company, whoever it is, decides to put together a Clus Lauer, which is an audiobook. Is Rud and Scotty. This is great. Dugwini Lagra this is great for people who love for books. They fail low got for the lave, but they don't. But they can't read every. Because there might be some people who can't read every page. Marielle because will dyslexia or because they got dyslexia. Multer on Lara go down that the book is recommended globally. I was hoping the Lara story could rail to us could rail so the critics gave 5 out of 5 stars done Lara for the book as well. Dane Tone, Lena Term, I would agree with their opinion. Rinu Lagan Scotland and Lara Savline. So a movie version of the book was made in the year, but from my point of view, in the year on Scotland Coma, but the movie wasn't as good as the Lara. On the Fearnia Raw to tell the truth. Marflag Ryan to work, Haveltalk, Mockos and Scott's important scenes were left out of the movie. Aaron Umland overall, Tashi Solar, it's clear. Gurbe showed that this is on Lara's Farnham, my favourite book ever. Aaron Drucker Nívínear, I'm going ein leir in Norway Levin Lena. I don't have much time to read any book this year. Ach Asian Rocket Leg me on leir mentioned this is another possibility you can say. I read whatever book recently. Yes, I can say everybody knows Leir Intak, it's a great book. Near Honey Ladger or Lave, I didn't get bored reading it. August Hatton Gach actress scale more. I liked every kind of event in the story. When on there Irish sheer awesome, it took me back. Isquiblum nervul I remember when I got tired, be my vion ag my mind was saying to me condole and McCullough to go to sleep. Gach ihe, I read my wheel, but I did my best to find my boo shot to stay up. My hassle with these but always all free Gach in a character wants to find more information about every other character. Erenos, when me on tap August Tarb Austin I really enjoyed and benefited from the book, whatever the name of the book is. Lara, I think to describe the book, whatever type of book it is A or Z, whoever's Animal Uder, Hatton Jacob Moore. I really liked it. Dinish Gochlach scale different. Every story told different, every page told a different story. It's scale Duck Rachel. It's a great story. It's a long action, full of action, August the Mohugan and feelings. Fisher Harva Aska Imacti on scale of Hovel. It was easy to imagine all the events in the story. Obviously, Kovagum, I felt sorry or had empathy with the character, whoever the character is. Now, Ravimi Oleg, when I was reading it, Vohing Meg Rabbi Fain, I felt as if I was Derek Solera writing the book, or exactly like involved in the actually in the book. August Bakasul, Greb May, Mark Quids, then scale. And it was like as if I was part of the story. Toss Steve Aves the author has an effective style. Whoever it is, August is Lair Harkine, and it's clear that it's a fantastic book. Harkine, Martha Bresh is Quagamu because there's almost 50 million copies of the book Deal to sold Hannah Fain already. August Rina Scott on Depression, and a movie was made as well. Top plots on Lara Harva. Radio, the plot of the book is very realistic or non-realistic. Lara Cora, it's an exciting book. The scale of a story which is situated in whatever. It's very Laurentine unnew lesson scale. A lot of people can relate to the story. A new as well as a ton scale. Bunha Aaron Law Satanya. The story is based on today, or it's known to heart in the past, or down Sauliacht in the imaginary world. Aaron Umlan is a on Lara show. This was one of my favorite books. Came in the Lara as far a leg mate I've read ever. Ta whatever Latin fall. There's so many pages in it. In total, ta on Lara or fall in Nachchanga Isakta is available in every foreign language. It's a whoever it is, or it's Eid even should be IAD. Na Fulgehori are the publishers. I was Honig on Cade Lagan the first version came out Sableen in whatever year. Dig on Cade Lagan the first version was sold. Of the book Sableen, whatever August come up the shin, as well as that it's A or C. Aline Tarkludig is the cover or designer of the book on Lauer. Ní more than I must say Gumulfin on Lauer. I recommend this book to Anya, to anyone who's not read it before. It's on Lauer, it's Farm and Lay, the best book I read our course about on an English course. English leaving course is whatever. Tanya Berg morning, I really like English as a subject. I mentioned this as you can link in English as your subject and your favorite book. Queer Armunter Berla on Spragus Joxler, our English teacher put a lot of enthusiasm into the class, into the book even. Nor V share she when he or she was reading it. It's Lara Tatnogas Jasper. It's a well written or an enjoyable and well written book. Whoever it is on their Irish show. Whoever it is wrote or composed this particular book. Character Intak of Yuntu, the characters were fantastic. When they sold us Gokkanading Laura, I enjoyed every aspect of the book. Agus Doka Govonfi and Laura soon saw Grant and Gaboon in Mokwibna Joe. I suppose that this book, this significant book, will stay engraved in my head forever. Aaronov Ella Hatton course, if they ask me what type of the literature course, what did you like about it? So Hatton course literature the Gael Gamor. I like the Irish literature course. I have to say, Grev on Garscale Dish raising to Jack Lano, it was hard to follow it. However, Marshin hit main raw, but I fell in love with whatever story could be Ushin no Ganoral scale drama to it was Korak Vion. It was dramatic and exciting. Screeve, whoever it is, wrote it. Is Doilum, I suppose, Grev. I think, or I suppose, that the Fritlon scale, that the language of the story was Erios was excellent, August Aiska and easy. Is Stoka Gurvin me on Tatton with us. I really enjoyed it. Mar Higme Gok Fuka, I understood every word in the story, Gubanusa basically. August Hugan Tudor and winning them, and the author gave me confidence reading it. Kelpin Gulchita, I think it's important, Lara Alave, I think it's important to read books, so Changa Dukas in your native language. Kulan Changa come out to keep the language alive. August Dare to Group E Aaron. I said that Ireland is ill on the nave, is the island of saints and of scholars. Then the Luna even, sorry. Listen there as well. Whoops. Is he on Strot, Larry? You want to talk about your favourites? There's so many options here, so you can talk about your favourite favorite book ever, a book that you've read recently, which you have a look at. This is talking about a series. You want to mention a series, so you don't mention all of them. So is he on Strotlair is Farlam? My favorite series ever is Motlan Leitheoireacht. I love reading. August thought on two plus relation. I've read so many books, Harna Bleens over the years. Asian Rocha, Neil Ain Scribnort, Nice Far. There's no better writing than the book, whatever it is. Ton Lewer, Gularis is Strot Leitheoireacht. I've read the series Arisha was reselling again and again. Is equivalent. I remember Norvi made these when I was younger. Who made a G on Laura. I went to the library, and the Laura, whatever it is, all to get whatever the name of the series is. Esox on loan. Tanya Tamis Laura. There's a lot of themes in the book. It's very lesson straught of Sconner. It can be scary, romantic, brownlock, sad, ageum, lighthearted. August grand were funny in Ochna Ira in different places. When Taman Asroha Leshan Moss. So the theme of the series is connected to boss, death, foreign violence. On sale, Osna Dorha, the supernatural world, Card is friendship, Lesson Oiga, Youth, August a Dunvow, and with murder as well. Aaron Teef Ella, on the other hand, the Quid Watt in the character Kroga. Lots of the characters were brave, Maconta, honest, and Galgar, cheerful, Kiantdana, stubborn, August Roint, Elaku, and some of them others were Anolak, ignorant, Consulak, cranky, glick, slide, Don Cher, dangerous. Kruok is cruel. Aaron Umnon, Strotlair then Scott is at a whatever it is. So overall, the series is a fantastic series. You can name the series. Tabu Klishta and the Scrivener Egon Uder. So the author has a gift or clever gift of writing. I would mention the author Ton Strot Masha Goholanish Egg. The series the series has been decorated beautifully by whoever it is. Dila Cade Lauer. And then Srot Savine, the first copy of the book was sold of the series was sold in the year, whatever the year was. Called Mot Lashin as well as that. Tonalera are fall in Ichanga Exula. The books are available in every languages. Genre, whatever type of genre is, grain, comedy, ufos, horror, and so on. Ta Shay Lauer Sister or Father. There are 6 books in the series you want to say are shocked, whatever. It's in the full try, whoever the publishers are. It's on Lauer. Whatever mentioned one of the books out of the series, so it's the Philosopher's Stone and Countess Farlam, then Straw. It's my favourite one out of the series. It's Mihadum Ra, I must say. And John Make on Tudor is far if they ask you about if you want to talk about your favourite book, you can go and talk about your favourite author. So John Make on Tudor is far around. If I had to use my favourite author, rocking that I would go with Tori May Kublik of Kush. I'll give you a few reasons Kane for why or Scrivener then Scott why he or she is a fantastic reader or a fantastic writer. Oscan Tudor shot Mohukon on Dinner. This author opens up the feelings of a person. August Bua, Egor Eki on rail because no narratives occur in Il Dunleher Gehefotok. And so this author opens up the feelings, and this author also has the gift of expressing reality or fiction to the reader, go talk effectively. Jane on Tudor Sarah's range Latin genre. The author does his best to have a wide range of genres. August Steel Cruhiok Egger Ekin, he or she has a creative style. Tommy Tucha Dunalair, I'm mad into books. August Nos Egg on Uder show. Tammy Iliok and Down and Note, and the author has a way in expressing or showing Nukta Natami Iliok of the universal themes in a quid say here in his works. Quern on Tudor on Leitheoireacht Machnav, the author makes the reader think. August Scrivener Sauliok A or E, or he or she is an imaginative writer. Fuyer finally, Tuck Lewis called air or he or she is well known. O Gok comes down from every corner of the world. August Cruhin on Tudor atmosphere Splojok in Knockclair, and the author creates an electric or explosive atmosphere in every book that he or she has written. It's A or it's E, whoever it is on character fictional is far my favourite fictional character ever. If you want to talk about your favourite fictional character as well, Tori Kublik Kush will give you reasons why I love him or her. Dewsbury is character Kalu A, he or she, for example, Harry Potter, he or she is famous. August Udros Egg Bunch Lesson character Irish, so there is authority connected to this character. Being Duni O Gok Ish Fui Gasa Egg and character. There are people from every age who are mesmerized and taken back by this character. His character Goshgule, he's a heroic or she's heroic. E is for a boy, it's for A, and I is for E is for a girl. August Bean Jacker Fua, it's hard to have hatred for this character, Riv on character. So in my opinion, massive. I think Asian then Scott A or E. I think he or she is a good example. Done Ace O for young people. Aaron Umlan is Lake no Kroga A. He or she is a hero. A Lake or Kroga is brave. Sit down fictional in the fictional world. It's on genre is far. My favorite genre is Enjoy My Ditch Came Fall. If you want to talk about your favorite genre, I'll give you a few reasons why go Tatney on genre Irish go more why I really like this genre. So Tatney and Lewer I like whatever type of books it is, what I'm looking at in a second. August Lewer mentioned the two types of genres, go more lum. Or current on genre show suits or it makes me feel relaxed. Bunin on genre show lemma first and talked PH is Princess Neff, it's connected to my personality. What talk Corsi a dull of rate or if things are going bad, it's not lum on genre I like to read whatever genre it is. Got Elu to escape my quid fibre from my problems. Aaron Oman overall ni mishta lum ain I don't mind any type of genre bit at all to read. Och Sheelam which I talked about things important about literature to be literate go higher especially to law on you and Kiapum Gwilch in talk I think is really important. Few Lara I want a lave to read a book from time to time. Mass which in talk reads a vet now and lave I think it's really important to read. Then you can give one or two reasons why you think it's important to read. Fiosin Shay focus August art and then if it improves the focus and attention of a person. Lighting Shay stress until it reduces the stress of life. August is car it's a great help for your do plancha into you don't pronounce the S, which is for your mental health. Tugan bua on Leif Spraggage. The reading gives you basically encouragement. Tugan bua on Leif Spraggage pleasure Tugan bua on Leif's pleasure August lucre the gift of reading also gives you pleasure and enjoyment or lucre. Current fios the skill and conversation improves your communication skills come up. Being a Lara you go in these far non scanon and the books are always better than the movies according to me. The ain't more and forward are great in the guards, not much development is made on the characters so scanon in the movies it comparad lesson in comparison to the books. Being on Lara these person the books are more personal. It's very actually on scale of Havlu. I can imagine the actual incident of the story needs far better lesson Lara with the books. Darnoi inch to on scale doing. Of course, the author tells a story. I was crocking the Leitheoireacht on down. I was crocking the Leitheoireacht. Your imagination creates a world from your own experience. Isishin on prequels, that's the main reason Gerfarlam I prefer the Lewer, the books than the actual movies. Fui Lewer, Tashi Sutter, it's clear will evolve these most sunry, there's more details, sunry to Lewer, in Gunpowder Lesh gone in comparison to the movies. Frosy Brescia na Leitheoireacht, so it's extra phrases. It's Mott and Doc size Lewer. I love every type of book. Okay, say on genre is where my favourite is. Here's the different types of genre. Scale to novels, scale to short stories, scale to graphic novels, Bat Oshneshi, biographies. Dear Vat Oshneshi, autobiographies, Lara Gno, business books, Lara Grin, comedy books, scale to Starula, Octriocta, historic or adventure books, epics, fiction, non-fiction, fiction, Oliocta, science fiction. Scaincherry is thrillers and fantasy is the word for fantasy. Ta Steel Tarrant Egnuder, the whatever author has an appealing style. It's even on her scale there. Ted, I love the novel by the title, whatever the title is. Talk to Fidara, you'll notice Gwil either character Vacha, August Olska, you know there's good and evil, good and bad characters in the story. Scribe unto the author, whoever the author is wrote. Shay Kuig Lara 5 or 6 books in the series. On Cade Lara is Mo Hatlam, I liked the first one the best. Tatney Irish Lara more I like magazines, for example. It's fairly lots on Tirish or all in it early. You can get magazines now online. Margial because of Gold Concene or DH is a Gold Concene technology because of improvements in technology. Or progress, Dol Concene's word for progress, Gold Concene, progress in technology. Being alt Himula and Free Cursi, there was always interesting paragraphs about whatever Cursi sports, Kyo, and this is a reach now and again. Lame alt I read an article, or one or two articles on whatever sport, Kyo. Come up as well as that. Ken my history on Newton, my parents buy the newspaper, or shocked in once a week. Dagan al Cohan mo water my mom or dad spend the day a glaive reading. Beam Rogan oh lane shot. I'm too busy these days. Not Freedom Lewer a lave that I can't read books on a regular basis. Not Freedom Lewer a lave Ervown, that's how you pronounce it, Ervown Reels on a regular basis. The on Lara Ivod Niba Farna on Scotland, the book was by far better than the actual movie. Lara Stara, Filiocta Avion, it was a historic book or a poetry book. Is A or is E pre-character in Lara, whoever is A, E fodder for the boy, I fodder for the girl, so it's A for the boy and I for the girl is the main character of the book. Hadn't dare on scale more. I really liked the end of the story. Marvisha co-dramatic because it was so dramatic, August Corioch and exciting. Lame on Nucht or lame. I read the news Ermo Gohan Klishta on my mobile phone or smartphone, and this is recent now and again. Con command suicide lessons to keep up with life. or the world or issues. Lame fi cursi ra I read about current affairs. Aaron Gohan on the actual phone. It's even level whoever it is on crosswalk whoever it is, my dad, my brother likes to do a crossword on the newspaper. Is Motlam and Lara Hastel. I like the travel books, August and Hiroshi, and the magazines. The Hiroshi fashion, the fashion magazines come on. Wolfen and Lara Dugotten. I recommend this book for everyone. Lara Harmona Berta at town. It's a fantastic book. Being a Hishmer, Igoni, Ig Impi, or my parents are always begging me, Nismo Lara Lave to read more books. Confuse occur in my historical to improve my language or vocab. Tal Lauren and school again in my school we've got a fantastic library in school. August Quern in school on Vame or Cursi Leitheoireacht. The school puts a lot of emphasis Vame on Vame or Cursi Leitheoireacht on literacy. Come on as well. Ta scheme again our school we've got a scheme in our school which is called Darth Adam by the name of Book Club. Kai got Dalta Laura Avet again. Everyone has to have a book. Every student has to have a book in their wallet, in their bags. The lave to read Nervine on Oberonga Creek when the classwork is done. Honig Fossmore and Sim, the interest has grown so Leitheoireacht in reading O'Honig on scheme since this scheme has come to light. O'Honig on scheme comes so Captain Gwil Coid and Leitheoireacht. I think that the standard of literacy is like Fiosu is improving the lane to shot these days. It's just this is good news. Gwil Nismo Sim in mass. There's more interest amongst in mask the young people, mask the nog, sell Leitheoireacht for reading. Thanks to books like Harry Potter or whatever it is as well. So when you talk about your actual books, mention your favorite book, or mention your favorite book or a book you read recently, and give reasons why you like it too.